Alright guys, it's time for day 2. We're going to start with some deadlifts. I prefer the kettlebell, but you can certainly do either 1 dumbbell or 2 dumbbells. So for the kettlebell approach, again, feet are going to be about hip width apart, maybe a little less, depending on where your comfort stride is. The knees are going to be slightly bent, and the hips are going to hinge forward. And we're going to squeeze the butt at the top. One thing I like to think about with the deadlift, no matter what weight you're moving, is we want the lats to be engaged. So when we're down, think about squeezing those lats back, coming up with the butt. And I'll show you a variation with either using 1 dumbbell, particularly helpful if you have long legs and lack some flexibility. Okay. Or if you want to have a bit heavier weight, dumbbells in each hand, and you're going to tap on the outside. And that is the deadlift. All right guys, a little scenery change. This is for the incline bench press. So if you don't have a bench that is movable, I'll show you just a straight dumbbell bench press. So we're going to come back. Feet should be on the floor as long as you can reach. Shoulder blades should be kind of tucked under on the bench, and then the shoulders and arms come out like this, and we're pressing straight up. There can be some arch in the back here. That is a correct technique. If it's uncomfortable for you, it is certainly fine to suck the low back into the bench. Now for an incline, what we're doing is raising. This one only has 2 variations. Usually the incline's a little bit lower, but this works. And again, we're going to hug those shoulder blades to the back, and we're pressing. So with the incline, you get just a bit more range of motion down to build that shoulder strength. So one is not superior to the other. And like I demoed in the instructional movement video with no weights, you can simply do this just laying flat on the ground or with knees bent. Next we have the dumbbell bicep curls. You could also use a kettlebell if that's all you have. From the standing variation, simply standing. You can do these together or you can do them single arm. The arms are going to turn. The elbows are near the abdomen. So you don't want them way out here. You don't want them in front, really just at the side. We're curl 1. And slowly coming down. You don't want to just flop them down, because then you tend to bounce yourself back and forward, and then the biceps are no longer doing the work. Okay, and now for the skull crusher. So I find this to be the most comfortable to get the best workout, so we're going to use the bench and lay back. We want our head to be right at the edge. We want our back to be touching the bench. And we're going to come up. I kind of like to hold the dumbbell like this, or in a straight motion. The arms are being bent with the weight coming just behind the head. You could go a little further down, and then you're pushing up. Again, the triceps are doing all the work here. All right, next to the core. All right, and then last to finish out this workout day 2 is to do a little bit of core stability. So that's going to be with planks today, and you'll hold these for as long as your skill allows. So whether that's 15 seconds at a time, 30 seconds, or a full minute. So things we want to think about, we come down on the forearms and the toes. We don't want to be droopy with the back arched. We don't want to be up like this. So we want the body in kind of a straight line. Something I like to think about is pushing my ribs and my hips, kind of like they're going to be pushed together. So that's what I think about. You can also squeeze the butt to help you stay upright as well. All right, and you just finished day 2.